Wars have been a part of human history for thousands of years, causing immense suffering and shaping the world in profound ways. But why do wars happen? The reasons behind wars are complex and varied, often involving a mix of political, economic, social, and cultural factors. This article explores some of the main causes of war and why conflicts continue to arise despite the devastating consequences. Political power and control. One of the most common reasons for war is the desire for political power and control. Nations or groups may go to war to gain or protect territory, assert dominance, or influence others. Throughout history, empires have expanded their borders through conquest, seeking to control more land, resources, and people. Political leaders may also use war as a way to consolidate their power, distract from internal issues, or rally nationalistic sentiments. Economic interests often play a significant role in the outbreak of wars. Countries may fight to control valuable resources such as oil, minerals, or fertile land. Economic competition between nations can lead to tensions that eventually result in conflict. Trade disputes, access to markets, and economic sanctions can also escalate into warfare. In some cases, wars are fought to protect or expand economic influence, as seen in colonial conflicts where European powers competed for control of overseas territories. Social and cultural differences, including ethnic, religious, and ideological conflicts, are another major cause of wars. When different groups within or between countries have incompatible beliefs, values, or identities, tensions can escalate into violence. For example, religious wars have been fought throughout history, such as the Crusades in the Middle Ages or the sectarian conflicts in the Middle East. Ethnic and nationalist tensions, such as those in the Balkans in the 1990s, can also lead to brutal wars as groups seek to assert their identity or independence. Historical grievances and the desire for revenge can fuel wars. When a nation or group feels wronged by another, whether through past wars, injustices, or perceived slights, they may seek to settle scores through conflict. These grievances can linger for generations, leading to cycles of violence that are difficult to break. The desire to avenge past defeats or humiliations can be a powerful motivator for war, as seen in conflicts like World War II, where unresolved issues from World War I contributed to the outbreak of hostilities. Defense and security. Nations often go to war to defend themselves from perceived threats. If a country feels that its security is at risk, whether from invasion, terrorism, or other forms of aggression, it may choose to engage in war to protect its sovereignty and citizens. This type of war is often framed as a necessity for survival, and it can be triggered by the actions of other nations or groups that are seen as hostile or dangerous. Miscommunication and miscalculation. Sometimes wars break out due to miscommunication or miscalculation. Diplomatic failures, misunderstandings, and the lack of effective communication between nations can lead to unintended conflicts. Leaders may misjudge the intentions or capabilities of other countries, leading to decisions that escalate into war. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 is an example where miscalculation could have led to a catastrophic war, but was ultimately averted through careful diplomacy.